And welcome to the Yountville Housing Authority for Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. I'll go ahead and call this special meeting to order. A roll call vote, please, Eddie, or roll call, please, Eddie.
Yes. Member Knight.
Here, and I have the information.
Member Dover-Becker.
Here, and I have the information.
Member Moeller.
Here.
Vice Chair Dorman.
Here.
Chair Dunbar.
Here. And we will be moving on to the adoption of our agenda for this evening. If there is a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Motion, Councilmember Moeller. Second, Councilmember Dornbecker. Vote, please, Eddie.
Member Knight.
Yes.
Member Dover-Becker.
Yes.
Member Moeller.
Yes.
Vice Chair Dorman.
Yes.
Vice Chair Dunbar.
Chair. Yes. Okay, election of officers. And I think, can we just say, Eddie, that you have the officers in the staff report, as explained in the staff report, we can just adopt the action that's being recommended?
Sure, sir. The action can be now taken.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I think Steve was going to suggest that. Councilmember Moeller, motion. Second, Vice Mayor Dorman. Vote, please, Eddie.
Okay. Member Knight.
Yes.
Member Dover-Becker.
Yes.
Member Moeller.
Yes.
Vice Chair Dorman.
Yes.
Chair Dunbar.
Yes. Thank you. So that was the staff recommendation for the election of officers. Next up, approval of the minutes from our meeting held January 21st, 2020. Is there a motion and a second for the approval of minutes?
So moved.
Second.
And I understand there'll be an abstention by Director Knight, who was not on the authority at the time.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, motion was, I believe, Director Moeller, second, Director Doren-Becker. Vote, please, Eddie.
Yeah. Member Dover-Becker. Member Dover-Becker. I believe she's frozen, so I'm going to jump to Member Moeller.
Yes.
Member Dover-Becker.
Yes.
Vice Chair Dorman.
Yes.
Vice Chair Dunbar.
Yes, record reflecting that Director Knight was not on the authority at the time and has abstained from the minutes, but they do pass 4-0. Any public comment for the Housing Authority?
There is no public comment.
Moving on, we can take a breath now, and we have our special guest joining us, Andrea Clark, and I believe we also, yes, we have John Sakamoto. So we will now have a presentation from the Housing Authority of the City of Napa and their annual report. Andrea, are you starting?
Yes, good evening. I will share my presentation here with you and get it going. And it jumped to the wrong slide. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Well, thank you for having me come and present our annual report to you. And yes, as you mentioned, I do have John Sakamoto from our office is joining us tonight, and he's going to be assisting me with the presentation. So the town of Yountville does contract with the Housing Authority to provide a variety of housing services, and that includes technical assistance related to a variety of housing functions, including assistance with maintaining current affordable housing stock, funding sources, monitoring of affordable housing projects, and rental assistance. Additionally, the Housing Authority is contracted by the town to operate and administer the town's two housing grants, the Home and Cal Home program funds. So in our, the first area I wanted to talk to you about is our county-wide activity, and our major function here is to is the Section 8 rental assistance program that is offered countywide. As you can see, we have 7 vouchers being used in the town of Yountville, And countywide, we have 1,125 rental assistance vouchers and a annual budget of about $12.5 million. And these funds can be used, and these vouchers can be used anywhere in the county. These are to be issued to very low and low income households. And we did have a small budget cuts this year, but then we're also being able to utilize and issue more vouchers. And we've actually also been able to provide some tenant-based rental assistance at the Senior Affordable Housing Project in American Canyon. Each of the households that receive these vouchers and rental assistance meets with a housing specialist annually to recertify their income and also to review the guidelines and regulations. We also provide inspections of these units to make sure that the household and the tenant are keeping the homes clean and sanitary, and any repairs that are done. We do currently have 2 households that say they currently live in Yountville that are on our wait list. So another area of countywide activity that the Housing Authority represents the town in is in the area of homeless assistance. Myself and our housing manager represent the town at the monthly Continuum of Care meetings, where local nonprofit agencies and the County Health and Human Services and the County Housing Authority meet to discuss strategies and develop programs to end homelessness in Napa County. Recently, HUD approved our 2020 Continuum of Care grant application for rental assistance for $732,000 and some change. That was an increase of 5.4% this year to help compensate for the higher rents here in Napa. Usually at this time of the year, we are preparing to do our homeless point in time count, but HUD has said due to COVID, we are not required to actually do the count this year. And with COVID being a major concern, the county has kept the winter shelter and the south shelter open year round. They're providing 3 meals a day for folks staying there. They've also brought in bathrooms and shower facilities and laundry facilities to try to help those folks that are homeless and be able to provide them with a place to be. They're sheltering about 80 to 90 homeless persons each evening. And if anyone is experiencing homelessness, they can go to the South Shelter at 100 Hartle Court or call 259-8133, and there they can obtain services. So next in that area I wanted to talk to you about is our standard housing services. This is where we actually monitor the current housing affordable agreements that the town does have with the for sale units, or what we call the below market rate units. We verify annually that they are still being owner occupied and that they have insurance coverage and they're paying their property taxes. I respond to any inquiries from homeowners or lenders with regards to the town's subordination policy. I've recently had a couple of the homeowners reach out to me, perhaps needing to sell their units because of loss of employment. So we're just kind of waiting to see what they're able to work out there. Also, we, with the rental affordable units, we each year reach out to the property manager to confirm that the income of the tenants and the rents that they're charging meet the requirements of the affordable agreement, and that they're staying in compliance with the preference policy. And in our next area, I wanted to talk to you about our program administration and loan servicing. So in this area, the Housing Authority is contracted under separate agreements to provide program administration and loan servicing to the town's owner-occupied rehab program, or what we call the Homeowner Repair Program, and the new tenant-based rental assistance program. These two programs are funded by two grants, or grants that the town receives from the state, from the California Housing and Community Development. And I'm going to ask John now to give you an update and provide you a report on the town's tenant-based rental assistance program.
Thank you, Andrea. So the tenant-based rental assistance program was designed to provide temporary rental assistance to low-income households who currently live in the town of Yountville. In order to qualify for this program, households must not earn more than 60% of area median income, and they must have experienced a 10% decrease in their gross monthly income. So for marketing and outreach efforts for the tenant-based rental assistance program, it included program information and waitlist application flyers in both English and Spanish, and that were emailed to Napa Valley Community Foundation, the COAD, On the Move, other local housing nonprofits, local property managers, Yountville's Chamber of Commerce, and local churches. Program and waitlist information was also posted on the town's webpage and in the local newspaper. For the waiting list, online applications were received through September 8th through the 14th, and the waitlist was created on September 16th after it closed. Only 27 applications were received during this time, with 2 of the applications actually being from out of state. Of the 27 applications that we received, we sent out, 8 were returned. Of those 8 that were returned, 6 were approved. 1 was rejected as over income, and the other was withdrawn after there was no response to follow up for additional documentation and information. So of those 6 that were approved, 5 of them are non-residents to the town of Yountville. One note I wanted to add was of the 6 that are currently approved, there are a few things that we wanted to bring to your attention. One of them could not use the assistance as the park she lived at refused to participate. One is coming from out of state and is not likely to lease up. One is not interested as much moving from Napa to Yountville, but has not formally declined our offer to assist. So that leaves 3 potential households who may use the assistance, all of which are not residents to the town of Yountville. So it may be the case that the need for this type of assistance was not as high as we had originally anticipated. It could also be a case that when we launched this program, the need was not as high. But now with the extended pandemic restrictions and closures having lasted this long, it may be an opportunity to reach back out to local landlords to see if the assistance is still necessary and needed by the community.
Okay. Well, thank you, John. We'd be glad to answer any kind of questions afterwards about this program. Okay, next I wanted to update you on our homeowner repair program, or what we call the owner-occupied rehab program. In this past November and December, our housing rehab team conducted extensive marketing and outreach in the area. They sent out direct mailings to local homeowners and the mobile home parks. Additionally, they posted program flyers in both English and Spanish on some of the public bulletin boards throughout the town. They posted information on the town's webpage. They did a public service announcement on our local radio station in Spanish and English to, just to get the word out about the town's program. And the town's staff was very helpful in helping us update the webpage and posting, updated information and loan applications. The rehab team has recently processed 6 applications. They've been receiving numerous phone calls, and we've been sending out applications for those people that are calling and expressing interest in the program, but they've recently received 6 applications. 3 applications are currently in the review and approval process. 1 application has been non-responsive, so we'll just say withdrawn. And 2 applications were approved and currently are under construction, and the project is underway. The type of repair work that they've been doing is new roofing and flooring, new heating and air conditioning systems, replacing water heaters, bathroom remodels, upgrade of plumbing and electrical systems, and seismic tie downs of the mobile homes. In the area of loan servicing for this program, we do conduct annual monitoring to make sure that the loan recipient is still an owner occupant of the unit. And we confirm that they are carrying current insurance coverage and that they're paying their HCD title fees and or county taxes. And just kind of checking in with them each year to make sure that they're everything, and also confirming that all the repairs we've done are still good. So the next area I wanted to tell you, just kind of review the 2 grants that the town has. The town currently has a 2018 Home Investment Partnership Grant, or what we call the Home Program Grant. The town was awarded $500,000 in February of 2019, and in May of this year, we reached out to the state to ask them to amend the grant to be able to use some of the funds for tenant-based rental assistance and also for the owner-occupied rehab program. So we the town entered into their contract with the state in June, and in August, we were all set, all the grant setup conditions were met, and the town received authority to use funds. So since that time in August, we did, do a lot of marketing and outreach, as John had indicated in his report, and then also our rehab team has been doing. And under the terms of the agreement with HCD, if any loans are repaid over the course of the time, those repayments do come back to the town. And we had 1 repayment last year on the previous home grant, and those funds were immediately reused, and another project was completed last year. And then this town did have a Cal Home grant. It did expire back in March of 2018, but as similar to the home grant, if any loan repayments are received, those funds can be reused and the funds come back to the town. And so there was a loan repayment received in March for $6,794. That amount of money is kind of a small pot of funds to be able to reuse right now for another repair project. So the town can just sit on those funds until another repayment comes in, and or if another Cal Home grant is approved, and then we could combine those funds together. Again, we do have to provide loan servicing. That's part of the contract with HCD for this grant. So that's part of the contract with the housing authority that you all have, that we do provide loan servicing and we do the monitoring to make sure that they're owner occupying, similar to the home grant. And lastly, any kind of additional services that the town requests of us is in the form of, we've submitted some grant applications this last year. We submitted a Cal Home application, but unfortunately, it was oversubscribed and the town did not score quite high enough to be awarded. However, the town was awarded the 2019 home grant application, and we anticipate that contract will come sometime late spring, maybe early summer. That contract right now is for the owner-occupied rehab program, If for some reason there is more interest generated in the tenant-based rental assistance program, the town could always ask for an amendment to that contract, similar to what we did with the 2018 grant. We do submit quarterly and annual reports to HCD on behalf of the town for the grants. We have to report to them. We maintain the project files and the loan files and now tenant files. And that's all part of our services contract. And my housing manager, myself, and John, we've been available throughout the year to provide any kind of technical assistance on housing policy issues. And we look forward to continuing our work with the town. And thank you for allowing me and John to come this evening to provide you with this report. And we're here to answer any questions that you might have.
Andrea and John, thank you both very much. And I know we normally get to have you join us here in the council chambers, but we'll look forward to that next time when you give us your report. Are there any questions about the report from John and Andrea?
Mayor, I have a couple questions about the Section 8 household wait list and the rental assistance, but I think there'll be an extended conversation, so I will contact Ms. Clark and Jonathan to review it with them. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Councilmember Knight. Again, thank you very much for that information, and it's really valuable. One of the good things is the ability to get money in our residents' hands, and you do such a great job of helping make that happen and get people qualified, all of the management of this. So thank you very much, very, very much.
You're welcome.
Of course, you're welcome.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you guys.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
So the rest of our agenda for the Yountville Housing Authority is our adjournment. That's all the business we have left. So we will adjourn the Yountville Housing Authority special meeting until the next special meeting of Tuesday, January 18th, 2022 at 6 p.m. And let the record reflect, Eddie, that it's a unanimous vote of approval for that adjournment. We are going to pause on our live showing while we transition from the authority to our regular town council meeting. We are running a little bit late, but we will be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you.